It's actually a second generation print shop. My dad was in business for about 32 years before I came along and started working with him. So we didn't have a digital machine up until 4.5 years ago. With the X-33, our main jobs with them are the real estate signs. The real estate industry here in Tuscaloosa is real hot, so we print a lot of real estate signs, a lot of yard signs for companies putting signs in front of the jobs they do. We decided to go with the Xanté, one for the customer service, the relationship we have with Sid down there, salesman that we created a good relationship with. So that had a big impact on why we decided to go with the Xanté machines. We got into the real estate signs about 2.5 years ago, and so we were outsourcing all of our signs, getting them printed, and we got to a point to where it made sense to try to get something in-house to run the yard signs on. And when we started looking around, we found out fairly quickly that the 4x8 beds with the UV direct print capabilities were not in our budget at the time. So we looked around, and the big thing that stood out about the X-33 was the price point for getting into it was great. And then also being able to do the short run with a 24x36 bed. Most of our standard yard signs are 24x18, so we could run them 2 up, and it just kind of, for the price point and the short run capability, really made sense. We drove down there and looked at it, and I think about 3 weeks later, we had it being installed in the shop here. The guys got here around 8 o'clock in the morning, and we were running yard signs that afternoon by 3 o'clock. When we were outsourcing our signs, you had to order a 4x8 sheet minimum to get the signs, then you had to pay for shipping. So really, the key for us was being able to do the short run yard signs in-house. We tell customers after we get the proof approved for the X-33, printing the real estate signs, we're about a 24-hour turnaround. I think for the X-33, one thing that's helped us is that short run. The quality of it and the efficiency of being able to do it in-house makes jobs like that really easy. I've been impressed with IQ, especially as, when you're printing yard signs, you're usually printing multi-up. As IQ's ability to be able to resize, set up, if you got a 24x18 yard sign, to set it up multi-up on 24x36, it centers everything. It sets up the multiple ups. You can move, the columns and everything. I've just been impressed with how much IQ allows you to be able to continue the design portion of the job once you get it onto IQ. So if you get a PDF from a customer and it's not sized up correctly, or it's not laid out just like you like it, being able to put it in IQ, resize it, move it, I've been really impressed with the capabilities of it. On the X-33, along with yard signs, we do license plates, we do pictures on foam boards, we've even put some canvases on there, and done that. We tried some golf balls and several different things. It's magnets. We've done several card magnets on there. So the capabilities are really endless on the X-33. Been impressed with the flexibility of the 33. When you look at the end of the day of outsourcing to printing it in-house, I think where you make your money up printing it in-house is not having to meet the minimums on everything. Having the machines in-house allows you the flexibility to not have to have a minimum order on yard signs. So you can make more money by saving the customer from having to either spend more or go somewhere else and losing the business from not being able to get it from having minimums on your orders. One thing that we really enjoy with the IQ system is being able to go in there and click, being able to upload a job, how many copies you want, and check and see the consumables, and it gives you a price breakdown per sheet. Being able to go into IQ immediately and look and see per sheet what your consumables cost is helps us a lot when we're getting ready to try to price jobs and deciding what we're going to do. The efficiency, being able to print yard signs in-house with the X-33 as opposed to outsourcing them is when you have a hiccup outsourcing, you submit your artwork and you forgot to add the arrow, or you misspelled a word, and then you have to wait 3 days before your signs come in, and then all of a sudden they get in, they're misspelled, then you got to put the order back in, so you're starting back over. So outsourcing everything's good until there's a hiccup. With the X-33, having it in-house, if you print a sign, the logo doesn't come out like you like it, or you misspell a word, you don't have to wait 3 days and print 10 signs to figure out you made a mistake. After that first sign, you can turn around, fix what you got to do on the artwork, and then pick back up with only one sign wasted. And also, it gives you the flexibility to be able to market to the guy that needs 3 yard signs, that needs, you know, 1 quick yard sign to come in, and then once he gets in, you end up, you know, getting 3 or 4 other jobs from him down the road just because you could, you know, take care of that small one-off job for him.